Alright, welcome to the first real part of Let's Play Civilization. First, before setting out, we need to choose our difficulty level. If you're a beginner, Chieftain is obviously the way to go. Unlike other Civilization games, this one, there's really dramatic increases between the difficulty levels. For this game, I'm going to be playing on Prince. It's still a little bit to the player's advantage, more so than, say, King, which is more evenly balanced. And if you're really up for a challenge, try Emperor, but you're not likely to win at all. King, I think it's pretty much evenly balanced between the player and the computer, except the player has a slight disadvantage when trying to learn new technologies. So we'll go with Prince and 7 civilizations. Now here are the ones you can pick from. If you're looking for a easier game where you can pretty much just learn technology, grow at your own pace, do whatever with minimal interference, you'll probably want to avoid having a game with, say, the Greeks, Russians, Zulus, and especially the Mongols. Mongols are real trouble, and I'll get into that later. Yeah, they're the ones that'll come at you just with military force and just make your day miserable. But anyway, if you want to name your own civilization like I'm going to do, just press left or press escape. And, oh, we got the Greeks, that's good. They're a very good one to have. And let's call them we're going to be called the Army of Gos. Army of Gos. And my name will be simply The. Now, you have risen to become the leader of the Army of Gos. May your reign be long and prosperous. The Army of Gos have knowledge of irrigation, mining, and roads. So we didn't get any extra technology at the start of the game. Sometimes you'll get bronze working, or the wheel, or pottery, or whatever. This time we didn't. And we only get 1 settler. So, let's go ahead and build our first city right now. Not Athens, call it Kick Your Ass. Kick your ass. And we see the little settlers walking by. And we have a few huts there. That's our capital city, 4000 BC. Oh, shoot. I forgot to do something. Oh well. Yeah, for now we will just build a militia. And this is the city screen, obviously. If you want to change what you're building, click change. You can build settlers, militia, or barracks. You probably want to have your city defended first off. And here's the production window of your city. For each citizen, you'll get an extra square you're able to produce off of. Yeah, obviously I want the 2 foods and the shield there on the grasslands. If you change to the forest, you'll get 1 food and 2 shields. Hills, 1 food. Mountain, 1 shield. And ocean, 1 food and 2 trade. And here's our citizens. This is a content citizen. You'll also come across happy and unhappy citizens, but we'll get to that later. And here's your resources. The 2 extra food from there will help to grow our city. These 2 that we're working on right in the city square, that is the food needed to keep the current population fed. And here's our production 2 shields. For each shield, it'll make your production go faster. So militia requires 10 shields, so it'll take 5 turns to build a militia. And food storage, we don't have any right now, but these 2 extra foods will go into here. And once this fills up, our city will grow and become size 2. At which point you can build settlers and everything. And here's just other information. Happy will show, say if you have, in despotism, if you have a unit fortified in your city, that'll keep an extra person or content. It'll show the effect of temples and other buildings that will help your cities remain content. And map, that's just where the city is, and you can take a little view of the city. And there's our content guy right there with a hammer and some notes. Alright, so what I forgot to do was to change the tax rate before I built my city. I want to go full out on science. And so now we just have to wait a few turns before we get to choose what we want to learn. And I'm going to choose bronze working first. And actually, let's see what other civilizations we have to deal with. Russians, Zulus, ugh, it's not good. You can check here, but don't know who the black ones are. Hoping it's not the Mongols. Ugh, those guys are just ruthless. Alright, so here's our first unit. We can fortify in the city, but you know what, I'm going to chance it and I'm going to explore for a little bit. But first, I'm going to change the production to settlers because I want to expand right away. Nothing down there. And looks like we're pretty far up north. And we got our first technology, bronze working. I'm not going to go through all that, but now we can build a phalanx and the colossus. Two very important things. Phalanx are very good for early defense of your cities, and the colossus is a very good wonder to have. So if you can get it, go for it. Now I'm going to go after, let's go masonry, why not? And we will just explore our little island. And we get Scrolls of Ancient Wisdom. We learn alphabet right away. Very nice. You may want to be careful of those goody huts. Sometimes they will spawn barbarians, which is not good at all. Especially if you're doing this on a higher difficulty level, because the barbarians are much, much stronger than if you were to play in Chieftain. Okay, so let's go look for a spot to build our second city. And we got some metal. If the goody huts are close enough to your cities, I think it's relatively safe to go get them. There's not that great of a chance that they will be barbarians. Okay, so nothing up there. This isn't a very good spot, but I'll build my second city there. Oh, okay, we have the Indians instead of the Mongols. That's good luck. And I think this island's pretty isolated. Not Sparta. He-Man Land. Have a bunch of He-Men from there. Urgh. And I'll just leave it at militia. And this is the build your own castle part. Just gonna choose a path, it's the fastest. Who cares? Nice path leading to my empty cave. I don't want a nice little palace or whatever. I'm a despot, I need a dark, ominous cave to rule from. We learn masonry now, which is pretty good. Pyramids are very good to have as a wonder, and it leads to other things, so let's go mathematics. And earlier I was talking about the Colossus. That's one of the wonders of the world. And the wonders of the world, they take a long time to build, but they are very powerful buildings. Like, say the Colossus will give you an extra trade per square in the city that it's built, and that'll help you if you want to do a lot of research or whatnot. Okay, I'm going to change this to settlers now. The pyramids will let you change to any type of government that you want, and it will eliminate the anarchy period between changing government types. And I'm going to build a city right here, Corinth. And this is where I will build the Colossus after I build a militia. And that's about the extent of my island. So we learn mathematics, which gives us the very powerful catapult unit. That's a very good unit early on. If you encounter any other civilizations you want to wipe out, just assault them with a barrage of catapults. And that'll make pretty quick work of them. So let's go wheel. And since that's about the extent of our island... Alright, more kick your ass settlers. Oh, I forgot to name that city. Oh well. Kind of a force of habit, I guess. Oh well. So, let's go for the Colossus. And we got to save our game at 3000 BC, but let's just keep going. So I'm going to bring my militia back to not Athens, kick your ass, and fortify, thereby defending my city and making an extra citizen content, at least in despotism. And we learn the wheel. So let's go map making. And by despotism, I'm talking about the first form of government that you have. Germans? What are they doing here? Let's talk to them. Wasn't expecting these jerks. Oh, we're gonna threaten you. Don't give us bronze working. I'll give you peace for now. Oh, why did they have to appear here? Aztec civilization destroyed by the Indians. Who cares? I'm just going to build my cities as far as I possibly can right now. And I will build a barracks there. And I will build a barracks there. I want more production, please. Thank you. And we learn our new technology map making, so now we can build ships. Very crappy ships, but ships nonetheless. So let's go with ironworking. I will start improving my territory a little bit. And build a city there, not Delphi. Missed the last chance, so dummy town. And I will build a phalanx because I have 3 units of production already because of the deer there in the forest. They give 2 shields. Ugh, those Germans, they better not walk into my city or else I'm going to be really mad. Okay, so it looks like that's about as far as we can go for now, so I'm just going to concern myself with improving my cities right now, and I want the Colossus built right away, so let's see. Yeah, 26 more turns, that's good. And then I'll switch back over to the fish, because they give a lot of trade. But that will slow down my science development. Yeah, each trade unit gives you either 1 coin, which is the gold. If you have a high tax rate, it'll give you 1 science. If you have a high science rate, or it'll give you 1 diamond, I guess. Screw off, loser. And I will build a barracks. Barracks will give you veteran units when you produce a unit from your city. So that means they have a better chance of successfully defeating an enemy unit or withstanding the attack of an enemy unit. And you can also get veteran units from just experience in battle, winning a lot of fights against enemies or barbarians or whatever. Alright, He-Man Land builds a barracks. Awesome. No. Change. And we are going to build catapults because I do not like the Germans. Not really. I don't really have any hate for the Germans, but in this game, I want this island to myself. And I want it quick. So it's going to be in my best interest to get rid of these guys as quickly as possible. And we learn writing, and so next I will go Code of Laws. And I think I will save the game here, and I will continue with this next time. So I will see you then.